The Reds have got no money, but we'll still win the league. The Reds have got no money, but we'll still win the league. The Reds have got no money, but we'll still win the league. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another stream, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of I Told You So. You get me? We are here. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful to see all the energies now change. It's what we expected anyway. Make sure you guys are liking the video. Make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel if you're yet to do so. Every single one of you guys, please hit the like button. Please subscribe. Keep getting involved in the chat. Keep letting me know your opinions. And yeah, we're here, guys. It's gonna be one hell of a stream. I don't want to keep interrupting myself to say like and subscribe, so just do it. You get me? So we can get to the part where we just talk about this football club as a whole, to be honest with you guys. So hit the like button. Mods, keep pushing for it. And we're here. Where are all the people that when I was talking on Thursday were calling me every name under the sun? Where are they? Where are they? Where are they? Look at this guy. 3-point advantage to City. You think we're going to win the league? I cannot do this. I cannot do this, guys. I cannot do this. Man said, we have a 3-point advantage to City, like we have a chance of winning this league title. Fantastic, man. Fantastic stuff, Allah. Fantastic stuff. You really believe we have a chance of winning the league? If Liverpool Football Club win the league, I'm going to shave my hair, my beard, and my mustache on the same stream. I am going to shave all three on my same stream. I'm going to shave all three of them on the same exact stream. This is the problem when you're reactionary. This is the problem when you actually don't realize what's happening at this football club. This is the problem when you have a problem saying it as it is. You want to know the difference with me and all the other Liverpool content creators? Not all. I'm not going to say all. You don't know what's the difference with me and many other Liverpool content creators and many other Liverpool fans? I don't live the moment. I am incapable of living the moment. I'm incapable of just saying, yay, we won today. Let me be so happy. Yay, we did so well today. Let me be so happy. My energy is the same. My energy is the same August 31st. My energy is the same after Ipswich. My energy is the same after Man United. My energy is the same after Brentford. The energy never changes. The energy never changes. The stuff never changes. Everything we say never changes. Why is no one asking me for a Luis Diaz apology today? Why? See what happens when you're reactionary? Where's that girl who keeps telling me, oh, you're gonna buy a Diaz shirt? Am I still gonna buy a Diaz shirt? Am I still gonna buy a Diaz shirt? Luis Diego Armando Diaz. Luis Diego Armando Diaz today. Beautiful, you guys. Beautiful. Beautiful. Fantastic. Fantastic. This is what we're at, guys. Apologize to Diaz. Apologize to Nunez. Apologize to this guy. Apologize to that guy. This is the problem with all of you. Now all of your energies will change. Every single one of you change energy in 3, 2, 1. I can't wait. Guys, this is a new manager. It's a new system. It's a new style. It's gonna take time. But after 3 games, you wanted me to come up here and say that we're better than Arsenal, we're better than City. Husam, what makes Arsenal better than us? Husam, what makes Arsenal better than us? Like, can you tell me what makes Arsenal better than us, Husam? I think you need to just back the lads. Your problem is you just don't back the lads, Husam. That's your issue. You don't back the lads. I think it's time that you just back the lads, Husam. That's your biggest problem. You just don't back the lads. You just don't back the lads. Come, I want to go to LFC YouTube channel now. Let's watch this together. Do we need to buy players?
Members of the
Do we
Liverpool
need
squad.
to buy players? Oh, look who's there. Look who's there. Do we need to buy players? Do we need to buy players? Do we need investments? Oh, shock, horror. Oh, shock. Oh, look. You know, I spoke to this guy on a Twitter space. I spoke to this guy on a Twitter space once and asked him a straightforward question. I said, why do you get Klopp exclusives? Why? He said, I think Klopp just likes us. I think Arne Slot likes him too. Maybe that's the reason. Slot likes him too, right? That's the reason why he does all these things, because Slot likes him as well. Slot absolutely loves him too. 100%. Because when Slot was in Feyenoord, he was a subscriber to Redman TV subscription on the website. And he's just a great guy. And he sat there and he watched Redman TV videos to kind of just, unpack everything. What happened since you guys don't want to talk about signings, what happened to all the people who said that this is some of the best football I've ever seen us play for the last 3 years? This is the best football I've ever seen us play. This is the best football I've seen in the last 3 years. Arne Slot is cooking. I'm calling him right now. Will he pick up? Right there. Will he pick up? No, he won't. See? Missed call. He won't pick up, of course. What happened? Where are you, Ray Ray? Where's all the people who said this is the best football I've ever seen us play? This is the best football I've seen us play for the last 4 years. This is the best football I've ever seen us play for forever. Since 1920 Liverpool, this is like the best football I've ever seen. What happened? What happened? You see why you shouldn't be reactionary? You see exactly why you shouldn't be reactionary? I said the same exact stuff when we won. I said the same exact stuff on 31st of August. I said the same exact stuff before a ball was kicked. You know why? Because this team simply is not good enough. This team is simply not good enough. This team is just not good enough. And we have no options off the bench. Did you guys see the options we had on the bench today? Let's read them together. Let's read the options today together. Nunez, Jones, Gakpo, Tsimikas, Bradley, Gomez, Endo, Kelleher, Kwanzaa. This is such title-winning depth. This is such title-winning depth right here. I think this is actually proof that we're going to win the league. We're going to win the league. We're going to win the league. Now you're going to believe us. Now you're going to believe us. Now you're going to believe us. We're going to win the league. We're going to win the league. Liverpool are scary. The reason why all the rivals are here is because they're scared shitless of Liverpool winning number 20. It's so scary how good we are. So scary. I think Curtis Jones today came on, made a massive impact. He was my man of the match. He was my man of the match, personally. He was my man of the match. Chills, see? Here's one of the toxic bastards. Hi, Chills. Tell me your thoughts now, please. Just tell me your thoughts. Go on, Chills, go on. Since I'm so negative, right? Tell me your thoughts. Tell me your thoughts, Chills. I'm waiting for you. I'm going to put up your comment. You don't even have to send a super chat or nothing. I'll read your comment. Tell me your thoughts on today's game. Why did this happen, Chills? Since you want to be so toxically positive about everything in our football club, you know what's funny about Chills? Chills is always in the comment section of Northside and League Gunner. But he enjoys when other people say it as it is about their own football clubs, but he doesn't enjoy it when someone says it as it is about his own football club. That's funny, isn't it? It's funny, isn't it? When many people sit there and they watch the other channels, they watch the other people that say stuff about their own football club that might be considered negative. But when I say the same stuff, suddenly it's a problem. I wonder why. He cannot hear the truth about his own football club because it pains him, it hurts him. So, Chills, explain to me what happened today. Tell me what happened. What happened? This is the best, most controlled football I've ever seen us play. This is that unbelievable style of football that Slot will bring. My problem is I simply did not acknowledge the fact that Arne Slot is revolutionary and he is going to change the way that we play football, and we now play controlled ball possession, which means we're going to pass left and pass right 700 million times, and we're not going to concede a goal. We're going to break the Chelsea goal scoring conceded record in the English Premier League. We're actually going to concede 14 goals. We're so good defensively. There you are. See how Chills is quiet? Where's that guy, Liverpool Truth Channel? Do you think I forgot your names? What happened to all of you? This Thursday, we were talking about all of this. This Thursday, we were speaking about every single one of these things. Your problem is you're all reactionary. This is your actual issue. Your issue is you're all reactionary. You sit here after 3 games and you think we've won it all already. Slot system, Slot style, Slot's defending, Slot's way of playing football, blah, 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 blah. As per usual. Why should I expect you to not be reactionary? Why? Guys, the reason why we lost today's game is because it was after the international break. Guys, we're gonna lose every single game after the international break. Imagine how stupid you have to be for this to be your excuse. Imagine. This is your excuse. Your excuse to why we lost today's game is the fact that it was after an international break. You're the Liverpool tie. You're the Liverpool tie. Shout out to Ty, big up to him, but you're the Liverpool tie. Clock and tie. You're Dalglish stand tie from now on. That's who you are. Low IQ conversations. And why did I expect anything else? I gave you the platform. I gave you the floor in front of 600 people. Tell me, Chills, why you think we lost today's game? It's because it's after an international break. It's because it's after an international break. So you think Forest had no players who played internationally? So Forest had no players that played international football. Forest had no one. They all sat there in Nottingham. They practiced all day long. They trained, and they had no player who was available for international selection, right? Morello had an unbelievable performance. So you're telling me he didn't play internationally? Huh? Many other players we can mention. Go look at the Forest squad. Go look at the Forest squad and tell me if you think that they had no internationals out there on the pitch today. They did have internationals. They did. And this is the truth of the situation. I want you to understand something. This is going to happen again. Liverpool 0, another team 1 at Anfield is going to happen again. It's going to happen again. That's just the truth. It's going to happen again. You want to know why it's going to happen again? Because it's a new manager, because he hasn't been backed, and because we lack depth. This is the fantastic depth that every single one of you guys was talking about. This is the elite depth. This is the unbelievable depth that every single one of you guys were talking about. Who made the difference today? Who made the difference today coming off the bench? Not a single one of them. Tabang, who's in the chat waffling as per usual at halftime. Guys, bring on Darwin Núñez. I told him, Tabang, we're not creating anything. We brought on Núñez, and guess what? We didn't create shit. We didn't create nothing, even when Darwin Núñez came on. This is going to happen again. This is going to happen again. I promise you it's going to happen again. We're going to lose a game we are expected to win. We're going to lose a game that we're expected to win. We're going to lose a game that we must win. And all the shit is going to happen again. You know, all this teaches you is what? On a reel, 19 minutes into the video, I hope you're all liking and subscribing. You want to know honestly what this game teaches you? What this game teaches you is to not be reactionary. That's what this game teaches you. Because every single one of you guys is reactionary. Every single one of you guys, after 3 games, was saying some of the biggest waffle ever heard to mankind. You were saying it's the best football you've ever seen, and Jurgen Klopp never played this amazing style of football, and blah, 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 blah. That's what you guys said. Style of football. How was the style today? Maybe club ball would have been better today. Maybe club ball would have been better today for us to create an element of chaos. Maybe we would have stolen the ball higher up the pitch. Maybe we would have created the chance. Maybe we would have done something. Maybe, just maybe, Klopp's style of football would have been more beneficiary for us winning a game of football today. Maybe, perhaps. That's a possibility. That's why I'm telling you. Wait and see. Be patient. But you guys are so reactionary. We're better than Arsenal. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. We have a chance here. We have a chance there. We don't have a chance anywhere. You want to know where we have a chance? We have a chance to win the Carabao Cup. We have a chance to win the FA Cup. How? By getting easy draws. That's how. That's it. These are the only 2 competitions that we can actually win. There's no other competition we can win. Guys, wake up and smell for once in your life, just wake up and smell the fucking coffee. For once. I'm bored. 3 years of saying it as it is about my football club, and people just don't get it. When you have this ownership group, when you have these people who let you down upstairs, this is the level of performances that you can expect. This is why we needed the left back. Wouldn't Ait Nouri have been good today to break down a low block, to have a technical left back play in there instead of left back up and down the pitch, up and down the pitch, up and down the pitch for no reason whatsoever? Isn't this a good day to maybe have a more ball progressing center back? Maybe alongside a Van Dijk to play with him, like a Calafiori? This is why today, as an example, Zubimendi was needed. Deep lying playmaker, someone who could unlock a low block. Zubimendi playing today would have helped Gravenberch maybe go further up the pitch and create something. That's just the truth. That's just the truth. You guys just don't listen to it. You guys just don't listen to anything that we say, because all you're interested in is, man, you're glazing Arsenal. Man, you twerk for Arsenal. Man, blah, 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 blah. Man, blah, blah, blah. This and that, this and that, this and that, this and that. You guys just say the same shit over and over again because you're reactionary. We know that we have a good starting 11. We know that. We won the first 3 games and everyone started waffling. Every single person started waffling, started getting too giddy, started saying, Gravenberch is this and this guy is that and blah, 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 blah. No one actually took a step back and realized that this football club is headed nowhere fast under this ownership. And that's just the truth of the situation. This is just the truth of the situation. When it comes to Liverpool Football Club, just pray for an easy Carabao Cup draw or an FA Cup draw, because other than that, we ain't going to win shit. That's just the truth of the matter. I'm telling you right now, we are not going to win anything. And when it comes to the direction that this club is headed in, long term, we're never going to be successful. And short term, we're only going to be successful. And if the world-class players leave, then this club is headed towards mediocrity. And then you will all finally be aware once and for all how good Jurgen Klopp actually was. How good Jurgen Klopp actually was as a manager. How good he was to bring the best out of these players, to fight this ownership every summer. That's just the thing. Like, you know, they were fighting the ownership every summer trying to get players in. Klopp is the guy that wanted Chouameni. Klopp is the guy that wanted Jude Bellingham. Klopp is the guy that wanted all the players. But we never got any of them. We never got anyone at that level. And people, once again, don't realize, listen, it's okay getting rejected. Manchester City has gotten rejected before. Hell, Real Madrid have gotten rejected. Every club ever in history has gotten rejected. The problem is not going and getting a plan B. Not going and address what you need. That's the issue here. Klopp was going to assess the squad. Habibi, he assessed the squad. He told you we need a DM. Zubimendi said no. Okay, khalas. Instead of actually buying a DM the day after, you wait till the last day of the transfer window and then you go inquire about Alan Varela. But Alan Varela has very similar stats to Zubimendi. He's the same type of player. He's a very similar profile. He's someone who could help you out. Go get him. Jota is plan B. Werner is plan A. No one in this planet would have taken Werner over Jota. Not a single person in the planet would have taken them. At all. That's just the truth. If I ask Timo Werner himself, he would tell you Jota's better than me. That's just the thing. But instead, we sit here and we say this stuff, and we always think, we're so arrogant. We just think we're better than everyone. We're not better for everyone. We're not better than everyone at all. At all. We're not. You know why we're lucky? Because we're just not as shit as United. We're not as shit as Aston Villa. We're not as shit as Spurs. We're not as shit as any of these teams. We're not as shit as Chelsea. So these teams are having a war within themselves for fourth place. So by definition, we're going to finish third. And that's why we're arrogant. Maybe had we finished in Europa League spaces, maybe if we finished in the Europa League spaces, maybe we would have spent more money to try to get back in the UCL. Ladies and gentlemen, over the last 6 years, and this is the thing that people don't understand, Mourinho said it, Benitez said it. It's investments from the past. Benitez said it's not the fact that Manchester City are already better than us or how much they spend this summer. It's the fact that they already have culminated a team that's better than us. Arsenal have culminated a team that's better than us, and it's proven over a 2-year period. They then go and spend money. By definition, by logic, we are not going to finish above Arsenal. But you guys are reactionary because they drew 1 game to Brighton. Oh my God, they're so shit, they're crap, Rice is overrated, Odegaard is a hair flick guy. Okay, talk about our own hair flick guy. We have a hair flick guy as well, Szoboszlai. The only difference is he has dark hair. The handsome Henderson. This is the truth. We bottled it in this transfer window. All this team needed was 3-4 additions, and everything would have changed. Every single thing would have changed. 10 of or 12, 13 teams in this Premier League, I'm expecting us to beat home and away. Forest included, it's one of the teams. You're expected to beat him home and away. That's why you need depth. That's why you need rotation. That's why you need players who can make an impact. We even needed the Shaqiri. We even needed an Origi. We needed someone who could come in and make an impact and change the game. But every single substitution failed to deliver. And that's just the truth of the matter. Now, all of you don't start changing your energy now. Oh my God, it's a new manager and a new style and a new system. And because it's a new manager and a new style, it's a new system, it's okay. We can do this. Guys, have some shame. Honestly, have some shame. Do not change your energy. Do not change your direction now. Because after 3 games, you weren't saying shit about it being a new team and a new style and a new this and a new that. Why you change your energy now? All of a sudden, everyone wants to change their energy and say shit like this. Habibi, say it as it is from the start. June, I said the same stuff. July, I said the same stuff. August, I said the same stuff. August 31st, I said the same stuff. After we won the first game, I said the same stuff. After we won the second game, I said the same stuff. After the third game, I said the same stuff. I'm not a Chelsea fan. I'm not an idiot. Chelsea fans are dumb. I'm not dumb. That's the Chelsea fan stuff. The Chelsea fan stuff is, oh my God, this is all on Arne Slot. Look at the substitutions he made. Look at blah, blah, blah. That's what Chelsea fans do. I'm not a Chelsea fan because I have a functioning brain. Because I have an IQ that's much bigger than my shoe size. Chelsea fans are the ones that always blame manager for everything. I'm not going to blame Arne Slot. I support Arne Slot. I back Arne Slot. The reason why I support and I back Arne Slot is because Arne Slot hasn't gotten what he wanted. Arne Slot has not gotten what he wanted. Arne Slot wanted help this summer and we didn't get it. It was even reported the week ago that we tried to go in for a centre back and he didn't even get the centre back. That's just the truth. Where is selection? Rap star? Nowhere to be found. Liverpool Truth Channel, nowhere to be found. All these people who spent Chills is the only one in the chat, and then he gave the dumbest reason as to why we lost the game. Guys, we lost the game because it's after an international break. Whatever I say from now till I leave YouTube, I will never say a dumb opinion as dumb as that my whole life. My whole life. I'll never ever say an opinion as stupid as that my entirety of my life. The reason why we lost the game of football is the fact that it was after an international break. What kind of dumb shit is this? What kind of stupid shit is this? Who blames an international break as to why we lost the game? Manchester City literally have the whole team playing internationally. Every single one of the players for Manchester City play internationally. They went and they thrashed Brentford today. Brentford probably have what, like 3 international players in their whole squad. You guys just sit here and you just make excuses for this team and excuses for 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 uh, for 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 the ownership. We're just not good enough, and we haven't been backed properly, and FSG haven't spent money, and Michael Edwards have been useless, and Richard Hughes has been useless. But yet here we are. Here we are. 4th game. Everyone now changes their energy and acts like it's a new manager and a new style and a new system and it needs time. Okay, so why when I said that shit, all of you guys were saying all that crazy wild stuff that you keep saying? This is the thing. Losing to Nottingham Forest at home is unacceptable, regardless who the manager is. It's not good enough. It's not good enough from all the players, from everyone today. And we'll get to the players. Of course, we'll talk about them all. This team is just, this is gonna happen. This is gonna happen because we didn't change enough this summer. We didn't do enough this summer. We didn't elevate this team. We didn't take this team to the next level. We couldn't take the steps that bring us closer to Arsenal and City. We were already below Arsenal and City. All we needed to do was just spend a little bit of money and we'll be closer to them. But instead we're here. Instead we're here with nothing to show for it. Wasting away Trent's career, wasting away Salah's career, wasting away Virgil van Dijk's career, wasting away Alisson's career. All these guys are just going to leave this Premier League with 1 league title to their name. Why? Because we lack ambition, because we lack spine, because we don't spend money, because we made profit. Let that sink in. New manager, new style, new era, and we made profit. We made profit. Imagine, we made profit. We made profit with a new manager. That's the time where you spend the most money and we made profit. This is why it's not even about what's happening match week 4. It's not even about today. It's about the long term. Long term, we're not winning the league. This season, we're not going to win the league. Are we going to win the league? No. Are we going to win the Champions League? No. So what are we all doing then? That's just the truth of the matter. We aren't going to win the league. We aren't going to win the Champions League. So we're just sat here just fucking wasting everyone's time, wasting everyone's, energy. That's just the truth, guys. That's just the truth. This football club has not planned to fail. We just failed to plan. And this is going to happen again. This is going to happen again. Now we'll probably go beat AC Milan this Tuesday, and people like Chills will come say, oh, we're going to win number 7. Number 7, we're going to win it. Until after, God forbid, someone gets injured in the midfield and we have to pull up Endo and Jones to play against Tchouameni and Camavinga and we lose 4-0 at Anfield. Maybe then someone will wake up and realize and start saying it as it is. Alhamdulillah, 3 years on YouTube, 35.5k subscribers later, I still haven't changed. I always say it as it is. I always speak the truth about my football club, and ain't shit gonna change. This club is headed nowhere fast under this ownership. This club is headed nowhere fast with this ownership group, and they continuously let us down from the beginning till the end. This club is not winning anything major this season. Pray for easy draws in the Carabao Cup. Pray for easy draws in the FA Cup. Pray for easy draws in all these competitions, because that's the only thing we can win. And that's just the truth of the matter. That is just the truth of the matter. I ask you all a question. And this is the last question. And this is the last question I will ask before I go to the super chats and then I speak about today's game. Where was Trey Ione? Remember all the Trey Ione prop in the summer? Remember that shit? Remember that? Who remembers all of that? Oh, I remember. I never forget. Where's Trey Ione? I thought Trey Ione is the answer. You all fell for the PR. You will never change. You all fell for the PR. Every single one of you guys fell for the PR, because nothing will change with some of you guys. Nothing will change with any of you guys. You sat here, you fell for the PR all summer long. Trey Ione is going to make a difference this season. 4 Premier League games and he hasn't played a single fucking minute. You know why? Because he's a kid. Exactly what I told you in the summer. He is a kid. He's not gonna play. He's not gonna make a difference. But you guys didn't listen. You all believe the PR. And here we are. Just like the Arsenal fans who believed in the Nwaneri hype. And here we are. 4 game weeks later, lost to Nottingham Forest at home under the best style of football I've seen in my life. Let me read these super chats before we carry on. Husam, on a business trip, when I saw that Liverpool lost, I had to come to your stream to tell you that your club is a disgrace. Listen, my club is unfortunately a disgrace. My club is unfortunately a disgrace, and we are in this position. And by the way, speaking of disgraces, guys, there's 1,500 people today. Let's get to 300 likes ASAP. Please, let's get to 300 likes ASAP, because we are going to break down today's game and exactly what happened in today's game. So everyone, please hit the like button. Everyone, please subscribe. Big up every single super chatter. Ani slot, la 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 la. Ani slot, la 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 la. Salah was way worse than Diaz, is what KSLFC says. Here we come now, the stink fest. Stink fest. KSLFC is going to be one of the guys that now, who stank more? We're going to talk about who stank more. Don't worry about it, KSLFC. Forest win at Anfield for the first time since 1969, but it's okay because according to Tabang, it's only match week 4, so I cannot be upset today. I have to sit here and say, hello everyone, welcome to the match reaction. We're going to talk about Liverpool, Nottingham Forest. Listen, it's match week 4. Thank you so much. Bye. See you guys on the next stream. New studio, but the same fraud. Gonna enjoy Al-Ahwa. I'm not being fraudulent. The club is being fraudulent, not me. I don't want to sound like a top red, but it's one loss. Slot got it wrong. The whole team was bad, including Salah, Trent. The team will bounce back. Okay, Ashraf, are you done with the press conference? Do you want me to give you this microphone and sit in front of the press conference? Tell me your thoughts, Ashraf. Oh, the team wasn't bad. It's only match week 4. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. Yeah, Habibi, it's about everything. The problem that people always miss this point. Are Liverpool going to win the league? No. Are Liverpool going to win the Champions League? No. So what are we doing then? So where do we go from here then? Nowhere. So what's the fucking point? You're an Arsenal fan. At least you have a chance of winning the league. We don't. You've already finished second 2 years in a row. You already came close and then spent money to buy 3 players. We haven't even spent money after finishing third. Isn't your world-class players enough to win against Forest and Anfield? Cry more. We came to Old Trafford and we made your tears slide onto the football pitch. So a Man United fan can't speak to me. Till you beat me, don't speak to me. Number 1. Number 2, yes, they should be good enough to beat Forest, which I'll be speaking about now in a second. Happy clappers deserve the Spain. Where are the happy clappers, Red Line Taranga? Where are they? The seals, you know? The seals. We're gonna... This is the best style I've seen us play for the last 2 years. Oh my God. Arne Slot is cooking. Oh my God. He's better than Klopp. All of them gone. The seals are gone. They need Navy SEALs to unlock what's happening in their brain. Big up to Matthew, James, Kieza, LFC, Sean, Ahmed, Ashraf, Sukesh, and Redline Taranga for the super chats. Big up every single super chatter, guys. Hit the like button, subscribe. I want to get the likes up. Mods, keep pushing, guys. Let's get to 300 likes ASAP. Subscribe to the channel as well if you're ready to do so. All the super chatters, I'm giving you guys a massive shout out at the end. And now we talk about today's game. And listen. First, I will start with the positives because we have to address the positives. We have to talk about the positives from the beginning because the positives are a lot bigger, a lot smaller, than the negatives. The positives are this small. So let's address the positives first. When it comes to the positives, number 1, Ryan Gravenberch. Ryan Gravenberch is one of the positives for me today because he didn't even play well. He didn't even play well. He didn't even play badly. He literally didn't even do anything. He didn't do anything wrong. He genuinely had a good game for me. He was a guy that was trying to unlock the defense. He was a guy that was trying to help us going forward. And I think it's very, very, very shameful if you act like this loss is on Ryan Gravenberch. It's not. Ryan Gravenberch once again was our best player on this pitch. The guy was good. The guy carried the ball well. The guy was trying to unlock the defense. He didn't do anything wrong this whole game for me. And I'm not even going to blame him, not 1% for today's loss, because we have to give credit where it's due. Ryan Gravenberch, for me, had a very, 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 very good game. And we cannot mask that by the fact that we couldn't win and by the fact that we couldn't create shit. Ryan Gravenberch was fantastic. And I think this actually even feeds into my point more as to why I say even signing a six is more important. The thing is with Gravenberch is I want to see these qualities going forward. All these qualities going forward would be so much better for us. Like, we need someone to unlock the defense. We need someone to unlock the defense. We need someone to help with unlocking the defense. And I think Gravenberch can do that. Now, I'm not saying he could play on the 10, but we could use his energies going forward, you know? Maybe him and Zubimendi switch a little bit. Someone play as DM for a little bit, then someone switch around, you know, and create for the others. Because I think Gravenberch is a really good player. There's a player there. There's a player there. There's a player that can create for the team. There's a player that can do something going forward, but we cannot use it because there's no one to cover for him. And speaking of the guy that covered for him, once again, another player that I don't think had a bad game was actually Alexis McAllister. And listen, while we're at it, this is what I'm going to say. The four players in the spine of the defense, McAllister, Gravenberch, Konate, and Virgil, those are the four positives for me because they didn't even have a bad game. Like, what really did Virgil van Dijk do wrong today? What really did Alisson Becker do wrong today? What really did Gravenberch do today, or McAllister or Konate? All four of them didn't really have anything wrong to do. I don't think Konate made any mistake. I don't think Virgil made any mistake. I don't think Gravenberch made any mistake. And I don't think McAllister made any mistake. All four of these players had good games for me because they didn't do anything that they were not expected to do or that they did wrong or blah, blah, blah. No. These four players, they played well. They had good games. Yes, we lost 1-0 at home to Nottingham Forest. That doesn't mean that everyone is to blame because that's just not the matter of fact. That's not just the matter of fact. All four of these players played well. And these are the small positives that we have to take from today's game, is the fact that Gravenberch, yes, is cooking. Yes, Gravenberch is cooking. But Gravenberch cooking is also a negative in terms of if, God forbid, he gets injured or he has a knock or blah, 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 this whole team goes to the shits if he does not play. This whole team goes to the shits if he does not play because Gravenberch has now solidified himself as a massively important player for this team. This is the thing. So for me, Gravenberch had a fantastic game. And it's the same thing with McAllister as well. McAllister is a player that has these attributes that really help us. And the truth of the matter is, without him as well, we could be like done out here. Those two players are very important for us. Konate and Virgil for me did nothing wrong. Same with Alisson Becker. And now we get to the negatives. First and foremost, I will ask the chat a question. Who do you think was the worst player on the pitch today? One name. Who was the worst player on the pitch today? Tell me who. Who do you think? Most people are saying two names. I think I agree. Are Everton going to bottle it again? No, they cleared it. Look, my energy changes. My energy doesn't change, sorry. My energy is always the same. At halftime, when reactionary people like Tabang wanted us to bring on a striker, I said, guys, we have to take off Szoboszlai because we have a problem in terms of creativity. Szoboszlai for me was the worst player on the pitch because he created absolutely nothing playing as the 10. He created nothing playing in behind the forward line. There was absolutely zero creativity from him. And that's why I said, when it comes to us bringing on a striker, us bringing on a forward line player will not help if we cannot create anything. And he was just so shit today. This is genuinely, I can say honestly, and you know, this isn't even reactionary. This is by far the worst performance I've ever seen from Dominic Szoboszlai. This is the worst, by far his worst performance ever in a Liverpool shirt. He was fucking dreadful today. He was shit. Honestly, like, just couldn't cross a ball, couldn't pass a ball, couldn't do anything. This is why I was asking for Elliot to come on. I didn't know that Elliot was out for that long. I thought he'd be on the bench, to be fair. But this is why I wanted Elliot to come on, because Szoboszlai just had no impact on this game whatsoever. Just zero impact. Just didn't make a difference whatsoever. He was shocking. Honestly, for me, this guy is just like, if I were to give him a rating, I'd give him a 0. That's how shit he was today. Honestly, he was just absolutely dreadful. And when it comes to Dominic Szoboszlai, for me, listen, today, it's funny because Mike at halftime was calling him a defensive 10. By definition, that cannot be a thing. You cannot have a defensive 10. And maybe going forward, the true position for Dominic Szoboszlai, maybe the people who said Szoboszlai should play as like a deep lying, sorry, not deep lying. Some people say like Szoboszlai should play in a double pivot. You know, maybe they are right. Maybe Szoboszlai should play in a double pivot because going forward, he's just not good enough. Maybe his better attributes is like defensively or something. That's just the truth. That's just the reality of the situation. So, yeah, for me, Szoboszlai was the worst player on the pitch. I'd give Szoboszlai a 0 based on today's performance. I would honestly give him a 0 based on today's performance because he was absolutely dreadful. That's just the truth. And listen, see, look how angry the chat is. Look, they're so mad. They're so angry. They're so angry. I've criticized Mo Salah before. Why are you all acting shocked? For me as well, today, the second worst player on the pitch for me was Mo. And look, he had a really bad game because there's expectations of Mo. There's expectations of Mo. There's levels to this game when it comes to Mo. And today he was just shit, to be honest with you. He's honestly been just so dreadful. It's just been so... He's had such a shit game today. He was just so shit, honestly. He just didn't perform at all as to what's expected of him. He just didn't perform at all what's expected of him. And the same thing with him is like, there was just no creativity there. There was just no end product whatsoever. He got the ball in dangerous positions, and his first touch was letting him down, and he did not pass, and he did not create. I mean, the thing is, in the first 3 games, and rightfully so, we were giving credit for Mo Salah for being a creator, for, you know, becoming so much better in terms of creativity and shit like this. And he just didn't create anything. He just did not create anything today. Even his shots were tame. There was a shot that ended up at the corner flag. I was like, is this Diaz in disguise? But he was just so not good today. He was just so not good today, honestly. It was one of the worst performances. And seeing him and Szoboszlai combined together was like eye pain. You know, it was honestly like eye pain or seeing them both play together because they just so shit, honestly. There was just zero creativity from him. There was no playmaking from him whatsoever today. And he just didn't rise to the occasion. He just didn't play well at all. And Mo's another player, you know, given... If I give Szoboszlai a 0, I give him a 0 because he was just as bad. But I think Szoboszlai was slightly worse because we had horrible creativity. There was no creativity whatsoever. But for me, you know, I give him a 0 too. They both didn't play well, and he just had an awful game today. And that's just the truth of the matter. He was just really bad. The difference is as well with Mo is he has credit in the bank from this season. Forget like previous seasons or or who he is or the fact that he's a Liverpool legend or whatever. Forget all of that. I'm talking about even from this season, he still has credit in the bank because in the first 3 games he at least played well. So this is his first bad game. You know, this is his first bad game in these 4, and it was just, you expect more. Someone like Mo Salah, you expect more. You expect him to deliver. You expect him to play well. You expect him to play better. And today he just didn't play well. Today he just didn't play well at all. And you know what I have a problem with today? I don't even have a problem with Mo attempting shots. My problem with Mo is there was just no real creativity. And look, when you look at the team, you look at the front line, you look at the players, Mo is someone that you expect to play make. One of his abilities is the fact that he can create chances, but he created nothing today. Same way we say Szoboszlai is the 10 and he must create. With Mo, he is our creative player on the front line, and he just didn't create. He just could not create at all. And, you know, his passing was off. His first touch was off. And he's someone who as well, there's just massive expectations of him. Massive expectations of him. It's just... Yeah, today's game is not what we've seen even this season. Forget former versions of him. This is just not expected at all. You expect a lot better from him. First half, he wasn't good. Second half, he had like moments where he was on and off, but he was off for the most part. He had like, you know, 1 moment on and then 4 moments off. Like where he dribbled past the left back and shot it at the goalkeeper. Okay, that's a good moment right there. But then he had 4 or 5 moments that was off, and it just wasn't working for him today. This just doesn't work He just didn't do it today at all. So yeah, for me, he had an absolutely awful game, and he gets a 0 out of 10 as well. Him and Soboslai both gets a 0 out of 10 because they both did not play well. 100%. Both of them for me were the worst players on the pitch. That's just the truth of the matter. And Mo need to do better. Mo need to do better. This is his first bad game. Maybe it will become a worrying sign if he does this a lot. But yeah, those two for me just didn't have a good game at all. At all, they didn't have a good game. And thing is with Soboslai, the reason why as well it's a bit more worrying is because I don't think Soboslai played well against Ipswich. I don't think Soboslai played well against Brentford. I think Soboslai was good against Manchester United. That was a good game. So I thought maybe he turned the page around a little bit. You know, maybe he could, open a new page and start playing better and shit like this. But he just genuinely, I have no idea. The Soboslai performance today, hair flicks, handsome Henderson today, just not good enough. And same with Salah today, just not a good enough performance, not in terms of playmaking, not in terms of shooting, not in terms of anything. So these two games, these two players for me were the worst players on the pitch. And now I go to the third worst player on the pitch. And the third worst player for me on the pitch is Jota today. Because listen, it's easy for me. I could easily say Diaz and Nunez because of what I've said about them in the past, of what I've said about them in the previous. Honestly, Total Eclipse, like, what the fuck do you actually want? What the fuck do you actually want? You and Tabang are like sucking each other's dicks and you think like you're doing something. I literally just gave Mo Salah a 0. You're asking for energy. I just gave him a fucking 0. Like, can you stop being a cunt? You and Tabang? I'm actually being serious because I literally just gave him a 0. I just criticized him. I just said he didn't play make, he didn't shoot, he didn't do anything. What do you want to say? Sell Mo Salah. Get rid of him. He's fucking shit. He has no first touch. Based on ability, he's the worst player ever. Take Tabang's balls out your mouth, and you as well, Tabang, take his balls out your mouth. You guys are just so fucking cringy and weird in the chat. So cringy and weird. Oh my God, talk about Mo Salah. I talk about him. I give him a 0 out of 10. Talk about Mo Salah. I gave him a 0. I gave him a 0. I literally said 0 out of 10. 0 out of 10. Oh, he's not keeping the same energy. He's not keeping the same energy. This is forced criticism. No one forces me to criticize anything. I could have easily came here and said Diaz was the worst player and he got hooked. You guys are so fucking weird. And then when I debunk their dumbass points, they say stuff like, hey, hit on Pluto. Ha, ha, ha. This is what I want. Go fuck yourself, Tabang. And go fuck yourself, Total Eclipse, as well. You both go fuck each other. Fucking idiots, bro. Just so weird. So weird. All stream long, talk about Salah, talk about Salah. I talk about him, give him a 0, and they're still bitching. How much of a bitch are you for you to wait for the criticism, hear it, and still bitch after? Okay, guys, I changed my player rating. I give Salah -1 out of 10. He was the worst player on the pitch. He's even worse than Soboslai. Everyone happy now, Total Eclipse? Did you get your erection? Are you erect now as well, Tabang? Khalas, both of you shut the fuck up now. Moving on to Jota. Your mother is a whore. And hold this ban. Ibn Mut'a ummak. Bint Mut'a. Now, back to the topic. Third player I'm going to give criticism to is Diogo Jota. The reason why I'm giving criticism to Diogo Jota is expectations. Same reason I gave Mo Salah a 0. That's the same reason I gave Mo Salah a 0. And Tabang is still not satisfied. And Total Eclipse, so I made it -1 out of 10. So those two, I give them -1 out of 10. I'm giving Soboslai a 0. Mo Salah was worse. He's -1. I hope everyone happy now. The reason why I think Jota was crap as well is because there's fucking expectations of Diogo Jota. Jota, there is a level expected of him to play. There's a level expected of him to play. You expect him to deliver to a certain level. You expect him to play at a certain level. And my problem with Jota is, the problem with Jota is today, he did not deliver at all, even what's expected of him. Because we sit here and say, Diogo Jota is like such a good player and such a good finisher, and he links up play well and does this well and does that well. But the truth of the matter is he didn't play well at all. He didn't play well at all. If Darwin Núñez had the Diogo Jota performance today, if Darwin Núñez had the Diogo Jota performance today, everyone would say Darwin Núñez is shit and he's a donkey and he's useless. Thing is with Diogo Jota is I expect something of that guy. There's an expectation level because he's expecting to score. We're expecting him to get involved. You're expecting him to finish, and he just didn't. And there's just nothing that he did today that was good. Not pass the ball, not create, not do anything. And this is actually a good point here from Tampa Lion. This is honestly a good point. No, because Tabang and honestly Tabang and Total Eclipse, you guys think it's a joke. It's actually very weird for energy from you both. Because you spent the first 50 minutes saying, talk about Mo, and then I talk about him, give him a 0, and you're still bitching. Like, genuinely, like, are you okay? Like, are you actually okay? Is everything okay in your fucking, like, is your brain working? Talk about him, talk about him, talk about him. Okay, I talk about him, I give him a 0. Why are you complaining? Why are you complaining? It's just so fucking weird, honestly. It's just so weird. We gave him a 0, Habibi. What more you want? And now back to what I was saying about Jota. Listen, here's the thing. I agree with this. Maybe because we see him for a lesser period of time and he comes in and he scores goals here and there and he has finishes here and there. Maybe we have this reaction which, we say stuff like, oh, wow, Jota's amazing and he's a fantastic finisher and blah, blah, blah. Fair enough. I respect that. But even him, like, look, with Diogo Jota, you expect him to link up play. Oh, Aston Villa almost scored the third. You expect him to link up play well. You expect him to link up play well. You expect him to create. You expect him to get involved. And the guy just done nothing today. The guy just absolutely done nothing today. And he was genuinely so shit. Like, he was just so shit. And I'll be honest with you, I said it's the worst Szoboszlai performance I've ever seen. It's also one of the worst Jota performances I've ever seen. Honestly. It's one of the worst Jota performances I've ever seen as well. I promise you. It's one of the worst Jota performances I've seen as well because he didn't link up play well. He didn't do nothing well, bro. He just didn't do anything well. That's just the thing. That's the thing, man. Like, it's just, yeah. These three were, for me, the worst players on the pitch. And now we go to everyone's favorite left back. Can we start having the real conversation about Andy Robertson? Or are you guys just going to keep doing this forever? Are you just for once in your life, for once, I pray that 1,100 people in here can finally have an honest conversation about Andy Robertson. Can you tell me, please, what Robertson did today? Here, I'm going to mute my mic. I want to see what you guys say in the chat. Go ahead. Yeah. Here. Tell me what Andy Robertson did today. I want to know this. What did Andy Robertson do today? This is the question that poses itself. $1 million question, huh? I want to hear from you guys. Oh, Andy, what did he do? Tell me. Yalla, here. I wait for you guys' answer. Tell me. When's the last time you watched Andy Robertson and you said, wow, what a performance? When's the last time? Tell me. Tell me. This is the $1 million question. When's the last time you're like, wow? You said wow versus Man United? I said he had a good game. I didn't say wow. Wow was Diaz versus Man United. Mo Salah versus Man United was wow. When's the last wow Andy Robertson 10 out of 10 performance? Name it. Name it. West Ham away, he was not wow. He made 8 crosses that hit first man. That's not wow because he scored a goal. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's literally what I'm saying. This is exactly why when I was talking about Ait Nouri this summer, and this is the problem with you guys. Everyone came here. Tabang himself, because he's a reactionary fuck, and all the others came here after Wolverhampton Wanderers. Talk about Ait Nouri. Well, talk about Ait Nouri now, Husam, after one bad game. Ait Nouri has more technical ability in his eyebrows than Robertson has in his whole body. That's what I'm saying. Because he had one bad defensive game. I told you guys, I broke this down before and I'll break it to you again. When it comes to Ait Nouri, yes, he is not better than Robertson defensively. However, Liverpool Football Club are expected to beat about 12 to 14 teams home and away. That's about 24 games that you're going to have the possession, that you're going to have the ball, that you're going to create, that you're going to do all this. And in today's game, maybe you needed an Ait Nouri to dribble past 2-3 players, to create you something, to cross, to have that, thread of the needle pass. And Robertson just cannot do that. And Robertson just cannot do that to save his fucking life. Robertson has been a great servant to the club. Thank you so much. But it's time for him to be moved on. It's time for him to be moved on. That's just the truth of the matter. We have to move him on. We completely have to move him on. We have to move on from it. Sometimes people are too sentimental. They don't know when to say enough is enough, move on. This is my problem. Khalas, Robertson, we cannot do this anymore. We can't. Because these type of games are going to happen again where we have possession, but we just do this. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, bro. Do you guys remember that moment? Do you see the Gravenberg pass? You know how amazing the Gravenberg pass was to Robertson? It was such an unbelievable pass to Robertson. And the guy's like, you fucked up your run. Gravenberg had an amazing pass. Let me give you, I'm going to rate the starting 11 quickly now, because I'm not going to sit up here and do player ratings and shit, because I'm not that type of content creator. I'm going to give you my honest ratings of the starting 11 from Alisson to everyone. Alisson, for me, average is 5. Alisson gets a 7. Trent gets a 4. Robertson gets a 2. Van Dijk, 6. Konate, 6. Didn't do anything wrong. Gravenberg gets a 7. Man of the match for me, Liverpool side. McAllister, 6. Didn't do anything wrong. Szoboszlai, 0. Salah, 0. Jota, 1. Diaz. Now, this is the thing I'll say about Diaz. I am probably one of the people that criticizes Luis Diaz the most. One of the things, people know this, that's why I get clipped up in Colombia, because I criticize Diaz a lot. But one thing I will say, I did not want Diaz to be subbed off the pitch today. I really did not want Diaz subbed off the pitch today at all. I think Luis Diaz should have stayed on today. I really do. And sometimes you have to say, listen, you have to honestly say, okay, look, I'm one of the guys that doesn't really rate Diaz. I'm one of the guys that doesn't say Diaz is amazing. By the way, also we have to also acknowledge at the same time that Diaz wasn't amazing today, but he was better than all the forward line players. We needed his chance at least, getting past the fullback, taking that shot that hit the post. I look at Diaz and I think he would have perhaps made a positive impact today, us keeping him. And this is one of the things maybe Slot got wrong in the game today, was taking off Diaz. This is what I would have done personally. I would have taken off Szoboszlai. This is what I would have done at halftime, okay? I would have taken off Szoboszlai. I would have taken off Jota. I would have put in Gakpo. And I would have put in Nunez. What I would have done is I would have played with a 4-4-2. Or if you wanted to not bring on Nunez, I would have brought on Gakpo, took off Jota and Szoboszlai. I would have played Salah next to Jota, and I would have played on the right as an RM, essentially, Trent. And then our right back, I would have played Trent Alexander-Arnold. That's just the thing. Total Eclipse just keeps missing the point, honestly. Just sometimes, Total Eclipse, wallahi, sometimes I just don't understand you. Fuck whether Arsenal or City are going to win the league. Liverpool aren't. Do you understand? We aren't going to win the league. Who gives a fuck whether it's City or Arsenal or whoever? We aren't going to win the league. Do you understand the biggest problem with this football club? We won't. Why do you care who wins it if it's not us? We won't, bro. We won't win the league. We won't win the league. We won't win the league. Get that through your head. It doesn't matter who you think finishes first or who I think finishes first. The truth of the matter is we aren't as good as the other two. Done. Full stop. Period. He keeps saying it like it's the thing. Like I'm sat here just going like, oh, North London forever. No one is saying any of that shit. You know what? Just to piss you off, I'm going to support Arsenal against Spurs tomorrow. Khalas. I'm going to support Arsenal against Spurs tomorrow. Just so all of you can get even more rattled and triggered. Unbelievable. They get triggered for no reason about my Arsenal takes. Arsenal are better than us, and it will be proven this season. And maybe then you'd get it through your thick skulls. Unbelievable. Bro, we're not going to win the league. So who gives a fuck? Talk about our club's downfall. Talk about us not being good enough. Talk about us not doing enough. But instead you sit here, oh, we're so much better than Arsenal. So much better. That's all you give a fuck about. That's what I'm saying. I didn't even mention them. 1 hour and 5 minutes I've been live. I didn't mention them once. But they keep mentioning them for no reason. I'm talking about my club's performance today. I'm talking about the players. Unbelievable, Jeff. Ollie Watkins, you're crap. Anyway, so this is the thing. I look at this team and we just don't have the depth. We just don't have the quality. And now we have to play these players in a row now. Because this is one of the things that I spoke about on Thursday. Because, by the way, guys, this shit, it's not easy. We go away to AC Milan this Tuesday, and then we play Bournemouth at home, and then we play West Ham in the Carabao Cup, Wolves away, Bologna, Crystal Palace. This should be the easier run. But then after that, you take on Chelsea. Chelsea shit will beat them easily. So we play Chelsea. Then after that, that's where the run from hell starts. Leipzig, Arsenal, Brighton, Leverkusen, Aston Villa, Real Madrid, Manchester City, Newcastle, Everton. This is why we need players. This is why we need players. This is why we need someone to take this team to the next level. This is why we needed depth. This is why we needed someone who could just elevate us and make us better. And this is the thing, bro. Like, this is the issue with us. We just haven't addressed what we need to address in the transfer window. Because now, you see how much credit I've given Gravenberg? You want to know the problem? Now, if Gravenberg doesn't play, khalas, we're fucking screwed. Like, that's one of the things that people just don't get, honestly. Like, if Gravenberg does not play, we are, like, genuinely just done out here. And that's the thing that a lot of people just genuinely don't realize. We need a depth, man. We just fucking need a depth so badly, you know? And that's the thing. Like, it's just so heartbreaking because we never do what's enough. We never actually do what's required. And here we are, unfortunately. It is what it is, man. It's just genuinely just not good enough at all. And the painful thing about the situation is, look, this is going to happen again. I cannot guarantee that this doesn't happen. We will have a game in which we lose at home to Anfield, or we lose away to a team we are expected to beat, or shit like this. And this is the thing, like, we have no depth. We needed to sign players. We needed to get better, and we simply haven't done that. And we deserve what's happening to us right now because, once again, you don't plan to fail, you fail to plan. And we failed to plan, and we did this whole Slot is going to assess the squad. We're going to do transfers in August. You know, what's the word that they used? We're going to be opportunistic and all that shit. And the only opportunity we took is Chiesa. Wow, so opportunistic. So, by the way, I don't even know why he wasn't on the bench today. Like, surely he could have played 10 minutes, maybe made a positive impact on the game. But he didn't come on, to be honest with you. You know, like, that's the thing that kind of made it was strange for me, the fact that he wasn't even in the team or he wasn't even in the squad. You know, so I was really shocked about that. I expected he'd be in the team. I expected that he'd be in the squad. I expected, like, he'd actually be there for us. But he wasn't there, unfortunately. And yeah, this is the situation we find ourselves in, man. This is the situation we find ourselves in. Now, going forward, look, I'll tell you what I'm worried about. Depth, we already spoke about. I'm worried about Szoboszlai. Because I think Szoboszlai is, like, he needs to step up now. We cannot start saying stuff like defensive 10, and because that's what they used to say about, like, that's what we used to say about Mason Mount. We need him to be better. We need Szoboszlai to upgrade his game. Oh my Lord. Lord have mercy on my soul. John Duran. Is that John Duran? Bomba. Aston Villa have just come back against Everton. Everton were 2-0 up. Is that John Duran who just scored? Oh my Lord. Hey, we signed the wrong South American striker. Maybe Chelsea were cooking all along. John Duran is... Yo, John? Hey, I'm sorry for doubting you, bro. Fucking hell, what a goal. That's a screamer right there. Hey, I wish we had that today. Trent, Dom, and Salah gave so many balls, and this is Salah's worst performance in the club, and also Dom has the worst performance. One thing I genuinely want to ask you guys about, and this is the final topic because I don't want to stay for too long. Do you guys really believe, genuinely, and I'm being genuinely asking, do you really think Trent had that bad of a game today? Like, I'm asking you on a real level. Do you really believe Trent was that bad today? I don't think Trent was that bad, me personally. Wow, you guys... Yeah, I don't think Trent was that bad. How much would you give Trent out of 10 if 5 is the average? Give me a number in the chat. Khalas, forget life stories. A number in the chat. How much would you give him out of 10? Out of 10, out of 10. 6 is too high if 5 is the average. I mean, most people are giving him the 3s or the 4s, which is what I agree with to begin with. Yeah, I don't think Trent was that bad today. I mean, the one thing about Trent is like, obviously he had a sloppy ball here and there, but for me, like, once again, I praise players who attempt stuff. You know, one of the problems I had with Szoboszlai's game today is he genuinely just didn't attempt stuff. There was no real attempt. There was no real, like, I'm Szoboszlai, I'm going to take the ball, I'm going to take a shot, like just what Duran did. I'm going to take a shot from 40 yards. Like, it's just no real attempt from him. Big up to you, Paul, by the way, for the super chat. I think Szoboszlai and Mo were really bad. That's why I gave them a 0 out of 10, both of them. But me personally, with Trent, I didn't think Trent was that. I think Robertson was worse than Trent, to be honest with you. I think Robertson was worse than... I really don't think Trent was as bad as people are making out. Like, I think... I'm not saying he was good because I gave him a 4, which he was below average. But I'm not saying Trent is that bad. Like, Trent at least attempted. If you guys get what I'm saying? Like, at least Trent tried type shit. You know? Like, at least Trent tried, wanted to do stuff, wanted to create, wanted to do some shit. That's the thing that I say about Trent. Like, he actually just tried. But yeah, listen, guys, this is the position we find ourselves in. You know, Liverpool Football Club 1-0 loss at home to Nottingham Forest. First loss at home to Forest since 1970, I believe it was, or 1971 or 69 or some shit. That's how long ago that was. You know, we haven't lost it for a really long time. We haven't lost to Nottingham Forest at home, and we lost to them today at home, unfortunately. Final words on Arne Slot. Look, I get substitutions in terms of fitness probably in the long term is better, you know, but me personally, I wouldn't have taken off Diaz and kept him on because this is I think he would have made a positive impact on today's game, Diaz, you know, and I think Szoboszlai staying on the pitch was criminal for me. But I am not going to criticize, to be honest with you, Arne Slot, because I think the ownership and the people above let him down by not getting him the players that he wanted. Forget what I want or what you want, what he wanted. They just didn't get him the players that he wanted. And unfortunately, we find ourselves in this position because, yeah. Okay, but Sean, don't you think if that's the case, why not start with Gakpo on the left and then bring on Diaz in the second 45 minutes? By the way, Cody Gakpo, I have massive expectations like of him this season, and I know he only came on as a sub today and he hasn't really played a lot for us this season, but honestly, I expect a lot more from Cody Gakpo. I really do expect a lot more from Cody Gakpo today. And I think he came on today and just did not have a positive impact at all. Neither did Nunez. But to be fair, listen, my energy remains consistent. The reason why I said at halftime, it's not just bringing on Nunez, it's not just bringing on a different player. The problem we had is we simply did not create for them anything, you know? Like that's the thing that pissed me off. We had to, okay, you bring on Nunez, fine. No problem. Yes, he could score a goal. He scored away at Forest last season, the winner. The problem is we just had no one to create anything for them. You know, like that's the thing. And I'll be honest with you, I don't think a single substitute made a positive impact today. Like everyone knows, I like Simicast. Simicast was dog shit when he came on. Gakpo was shit. Curtis Jones was shit. Nunes was shit. Only one I give a bit of leeway. Once again, me, I give credit for trying. I liked the fact that Bradley at least tried. You know, yes, some will say, oh, Hudson-Odoi beat him, and I get that, but at least going forward, he gave us something. Like I liked that about him personally. You get what I'm saying? Like I liked it, but the other four were all dreadful substitutions. My energy today, listen, today has been proof once and for all that despite the fact that I do have favorites, I don't treat them any differently. I say the truth about the game. Today, Mo Salah was a 0. Szoboszlai was 0. These are not even any of the players that I quote-unquote hate or dislike. And I gave them a 0. Jota is a player I really like and I gave him a 1 as well. Like, it's just these players must turn up. It just must turn up. And Chills, even though we disagree, can me and you make a deal right now for you to never use this excuse again? Because it's the dumbest excuse ever, because we literally have to travel to Italy like tomorrow. So don't say this dumb shit. Shut the hell up. Shut the hell up, you reactionary bastard. Shut the hell up, you reactionary fraud. Is slot ball still better? Is slot ball still the best football you've seen after today? See why I tell you stop being reactionary? See why I tell you stop being reactionary, you 16 out of 10 bastard? I've been waiting for you. You didn't pick up my call because you knew I would have embarrassed you in front of the whole world. Oh my God, slot ball is so much better than Klopp. I told you, praise slot and keep Klopp's name out your mouth because you want us a league title. You want us a league title. Maybe today, if we had Klopp ball and we had chaos and we pressed them, we could have scored like we did away at Forest last season. Fucking fraud. Better off selling Jones and keeping Bobby Clark. Listen, today's not Curtis Jones's fault, okay? Curtis Jones played like shit, yes, but it's not Curtis Jones's fault, okay? I don't even necessarily think it's Slot's fault. You know what I even said at halftime? I said at halftime, if I were in Slot's place, I'd slap the fuck out of all these players. I'd slap them all, to be honest with you, because they all just were fucking dog shit. Salah and Szoboszlai were by far the two worst players on the pitch. And then after that as well, the others didn't like fill themselves with any glory. And speaking of ratings, you know, I hear you, Redline Telling. You're saying in general it would have been better off to do that, but I hear you. Listen, that's a fair opinion. I'm not challenging even that opinion. I'm just saying, look, this game today is proof that we needed depth, we needed difference makers, you know. So yeah. I really do wish we kept Bobby Clark because I rate Bobby Clark. But today it's not even about that. Today it's just about it's just zero creativity, and this is why it wasn't just a matter of bringing on a striker. We just had no final pass, you know, like the final pass just wasn't there. And actually, one thing that I was worried about as well towards the end, and I'll end on this because I don't want to stay here forever. Guys, first of all, can we get 500 likes, please? There's 1,000 people in here. We're only 40 likes away from 500. Also, we are 8 subscribers away from 35.6k. Please subscribe to the channel. Like the video. If you haven't yet subscribed, please subscribe. So subscribe and like now. For me, like Diaz, I think didn't play badly at all compared to the rest. You know, he was actually maybe perhaps our best frontline player. But we just lacked such serious lack of playmaking today. There was just no playmaking. There was just no real threat to the goal. There was no real, like, we didn't really create anything. And that for me is the reason that I was worried about the game, because we created fuck all. This is the thing that people need to realize. The problem isn't even losing. The problem is like we created nothing, guys, man. We created nothing. This is the issue, creativity. And I don't know how we can solve the creativity problem. What do we actually do? Like, do we play like, who plays like, now that Elliot is injured, do we play like Salah in the 10 and put like someone else right wing or some shit? I don't know what we do, but we need someone to pass the fucking football to the forward line players. And if you notice at the end, even when we were kind of going for the win, Gravenberg would get the ball and then he'd do this because there were no passing options. That's one of the problems we had today. That's why I've actually brought on Gakpo to play in the 10. But hey ho, it is what it is. Listen, unfortunately, we're in this position. No recruitment, lack of depth, lack of game changers. Slot never really got what he wanted. And by the way, even if we did sign Zubimendi or a DM or someone, I told you guys, man, I think Gravenberg would thrive maybe further up top. But anyway, let's get to 500 likes, guys. Please like the video, subscribe. Unfortunate result today. And I'm just fucking mad because, yeah, this is going to be a long season, you guys, man. Buckle up. Buckle up. Like the video, subscribe. The stream is going to take you to Footy Judge Mo, so don't go anywhere. Peace.